image and not take stupid stuff from social media, or like talking about health and like physical health and like stuff like that, or like anything like talking about football and Fortnite. But sometimes that's what they need to, like mental health, and some boys have written poems like connecting Fortnite and mental health. But like the question I asked openly was, is there a link between video games and music and violence? And like they gave both sides of it, and they were just discussing it healthily, and they write sick bars. Some of these 12-year-olds, bro, some of these, you're laughing like, but because you know I'm serious, innit? Some of these 12-year-olds got fire, fam!
They got no fucks at this point, innit?
And the school, like, there's a quote, like, school kills off your creativity. Like, everyone's born creative as a child, and inspirational. You go to school, it kills it off, and then you pay to go to art school and get it back.
Yeah.
But, like, kids have, bruv, some of these kids, like, shout out to the kids in my spoken word poetry club at school. If anyone listens to this from there, I doubt they will, or I doubt they get this far in, but no, like, wow, like, I've been blown off my feet by the flows of these 12-year-olds. They've got, like, wordplay, flows, and content, and I'm like, and they've made me want to work harder. They've been, like, sometimes I hear them and I'm like, wow, I need to work harder, because you're 12 and you're hitting this. But, like, nurture the youth, find out what their passions are, and encourage them to follow it. Often, spoken word club, I'll have a kid who's got no interest in poetry. First of all, you explain that poetry, that you show them that it's kind of more like rap and it's cool. Yeah. And once you get over that barrier, the next step is to go, listen, cool, what are you interested in? Write about that. Write about your love for free running, whatever it is. And then you go, cool. And write a story about how you're going to get to that end journey. If you want to be that, you can. Kids just need some positivity and encouragement instead of negativity. It's really fucking simple.
Yeah, it's true. But we don't like to.
It's really fucking simple. Like, that's the dumb thing. I love doing my workshops. Like, they're really fucking simple. The principles are not that complicated. Like, it's not. It's just to be positive, treat people nicely. Like, man.
If only we lived in this simple world,
dead,
you know.
Yeah. I'm sure we've gone off topic.
You said, I think I remember you said when I met you outside of Chocolate Poetry, you done some acting. So is it just what kind of acting work have you done so far?
The coolest I did. I haven't done any like acting work in a few months now because I've been working at the secondary school and I left my agent, stopped auditioning.
Yeah.
But when I was acting, I did loads of cool stuff at Chicken Shed growing up. I played young Stalin in like a proper professional studio theatre production there when I was young. That was cool. And then I got into National Youth Theatre when I was a bit younger. I went to uni for a year. I went to drama school for a year, which was sick. Did a foundation degree, which I saved up for with money that I got for an opera I did when I was 17.
Oh,
I was in Death in Venice at the Colosseum, and then on tour in Amsterdam with the English National Opera. So when I was like 16, I was like, right, I'm joining an acting agent. I want to be a professional actor. And I've been doing like kind of like youth theatre for a while and that. And I found an agent. Luckily, I joined I managed to get in. It was like I practiced. I got in, thankfully, and I was auditioning for a few things, and I got this thing. But you know what? It was not even an acting job. It was a ballet job. Oh. This was the maddest thing, and I got it. Yeah, like oh god, it's a mad. You can get it on DVD, and you can see the one out of the 8 people who ain't got the straight leg. Like that's me, boy. Classic. But so like the audition was like, oh, we're looking for actors who can move, ballet dancers. Trained like professional ballet dancers, actors who can move, professional gymnasts, and street dancers. Cool. I'm an actor who can move, and I'm professional physical theatre practitioners.
Yeah. And
physical theatre is kind of my thing. So I was like, cool. I went for the audition, and it was like there were a few other people who weren't trained dancers, but most people were trained ballet dancers. And by like the recall, it was just me and trained ballet dancers. And there was like another recall, and it was just me and these trained ballet dancers, and somehow like they were like, yeah, you've got like they want you they want you in it, and I like I think they maybe spoke to me at like the last recall, and the director was like, look, we know you're not a ballet dancer, and everyone else is, but basically the director liked the fact that I was acting. In the auditions, I came out of one of those auditions so bruised up, but it got me the job. It got me my first ever acting job, so I was gassed. But I came out of that audition like deaded because I was like pretending I could do all these like dive rolls and stuff that I couldn't really do. I swear to God, I did a dive roll. I'd never done a dive roll before successfully, and like I banged them out like through this guy's legs. I was pretending I'd do all this stuff I couldn't do. Nearly did like a flip.
Fully committed. That's
I committed to it. I was like, I'm getting this shit. And because I was trying to be a physical, but I was acting while I was doing all this, and the director was like me. Like I gave it so much, he was like, yeah, I want him in it. So I ended up like doing like however long, a couple months rehearsals, and then like a month's run, or like the Coliseum in Amsterdam, with these professional ballet dancers and like a professional ballet choreographer and shit. It was incredible. I got really flexible. I learnt a bit of ballet for a while. Like I never became like really any good.
Yeah.
But like I was good enough to do like the choreography and get on with the show. Yeah, and like I didn't stand out that much in the end, and I must have stood out to being the only person who was actually acting as well. So that was an amazing experience. That got me into it. And then I went RADA, and then came out, worked behind the bar for a couple months, and then I got a show called Lord of the Flies. And I'd done that with Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, which was like a madness. And that was like a taste of what it is to be like a proper professional actor, I guess. Yeah. So that was like an 9-month job. We were in Regent's Park Open Air Theatre in London for a while, and then we went on tour around the UK and Ireland for like 7 months, like 22 cities, like week in each city. It was unbelievable. Hard work. It was actually like it was a weird experience. And I don't want to be an actor full time. Like, it's not something I want to do for my whole life. Definitely not. But it's something I do want to do sometimes because it's great fun. Yeah. But it's a weird one. You've got to be pretty like you've got to have a bit of a complex, I think. Yeah. Or doing touring shows anyway is like hard work. Like I've never worked so hard in my life. Draining. At the beginning, it was an 8-month tour. First 4 months, I was so happy. I thought I'd made it. I was so gassed. Like we had fangirls and stuff. It was jokes. One time I come out stage door, there were like 30 girls. Like I was school. I was like, "You're here!" It was hysterical. It was mental. I thought I'd made it, brother. I was living. It was brilliant. It was great fun. I was getting paid nicely, and it was my dream come true to be in a professional show. Like I'd gone to the theatre so much as a kid. Yeah. Like proper professional. And I'd been in youth theatre loads, and it was nearly professional. And like I was in a proper professional show, and it was amazing. I'm still proud of getting there. Like that I've done that, had that experience. It was unreal. Like proper big budget production. We had fire on stage and shit. We had half an airplane on stage. Like I don't know if you know the story, Lord of the Flies. Yeah. It was a madness. Physical fiction. It was insane. Got to work with like these incredible people. Like it was sick. But the second half of the tour, we all fucking hated it. Because we'd done like the show like 200 times and our bodies were wrecked. Yeah. We were doing it over 5 days a week. So you'd have 1 day travelling each week, 1 day off each week, and then 5 days you'd be at 5 days you'd be at the theatre doing 8 shows and a dress rehearsal. So it's basically 2 shows a day except for the Friday where you done 1. And doing 2 physical theatre shows a day was like mental. Like we all got ripped by the end of it. Like, and that's why we had the schoolgirls, because there were scenes where they've got their kit off in the second half. But like we got painted twice a day for like it was grueling. It was actually grueling. And by the end of it, like kind of just stopped being fun because we'd done it so much, and obviously none of us were that level of professional actor that we were fully Meisnering it and it being fresh every time. Yeah. Because I kind of killed some of my dreams about like, acting as a craft. It's not. It is a craft, but like I don't know, like everyone else was more experienced than me. And by the last show, we were taking the piss. And the audience had no idea. They thought it was just as good. But like we were playing pranks on each other and shit like on stage.
But I mean, that's what it's meant to be, man. You're meant to be so comfortable with your cast that you can...
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And still put on an amazing show.
That was awesome. That was a great experience. And I met some really cool people. And then last year I did a show called The Midnight Gang by David Walliams.
I have heard of David Walliams.
Which was like a kids book, yeah. It was at Chicken Shed Theatre, but like I went back in kind of as an adult, like professional to do it. Which was really nice to go back somewhere not working, to go back there and work was nice. And then David Walliams was there for some of the process and that, and I played the main part, Tom, as a kid in a pink dress in a hospital. It's like a kids show, but that was really fun. And I've done like some short films and shit. Done a couple of things, like done one thing with London Film School, BFI, British Film Institute, London Film LFI, is that a thing?
Awesome.
No, London Film School. London Film School. And yeah, I haven't been in any movies or any TV shows, sadly.
Not yet.
No, exactly. We're getting there, though. I've been in some short films. I've created some of my own short films as well, which is fun. I really like directing. Like, I create like spoken word videos and that for other poets and that, which is really fun.
That's pretty cool.
It's really fun doing that. I like
it. I want to embark on directing kind of soon.
Do it, man. Do it.
It's just because it'll be
get
like...
to doing some work.
It's like
we'll create some stuff together, man.
Definitely, because is it like a different... It's different than... I don't want to act at all in that piece because I feel like that'll be way too much trying to control actors and act in it as well.
Bro, trust me, it's a struggle I go through with making videos for the spoken word. Like, obviously, like, the level's going up, like, so don't worry in it. Like, check out mental health on my YouTube channel, and like the level's going up. That's, I'd say, like, for me, that's when my highest standard of videos so far, like, as an overall product.
Yeah.
And the level's just going up. Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen any of those other ones. I just watched the topic sections.
So that's like a proper, like, it looks like you could see on SB kind of thing. Like, it's got a beat and it's like nicely done. And I made that on no budget, so it's doable.
Yeah.
But it's hard. I don't know. It's a lot like trying to film and be in something. That's not really. It's like it's hard. I tried it. It's long.
Yeah. It's
long. It's just not the one and you can't. Then you're filming half of it with your hands and someone else's hands filming you.
Yeah.
And I struggle with it because I want to film my own poetry videos, but they can't. Like, some of them need a couple shots of me in. But then if I get someone else to film me and they're not very good at filming, it's flipping long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I could film this amazing video if I could film myself. But I can't. So I'm trying to use actors and create stories with other people. That's and I love collaboration. Like, collaborating with people at the moment is so, like, that's the best thing. Like, and that's the great thing about social media as well. Like, I have collaborated with people I've met through social media. Like, I guess I've met them all at some point naturally in person and then gone on with it. So I don't feel weird about it.
Yeah.
Because to me, there's still, like, changing the subject totally, but fucking Tinder and shit, like, all my mates are on Tinder, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, to me, it's like a thing, I don't know, like, no, don't get it twisted, I downloaded it and deleted it a couple of times, like, I'm down with it, I get the idea, like, but, for me, the connotations of a dating, online dating, is that not what, like, 50-year-olds did back in the day? You couldn't get no one, like, why can't we meet people in person?
I don't know, because everything's online, so we're just trying to make life easier for ourselves. Why do we...
Yeah.
We don't need to go out there and meet people when we can just sit there on our phone and just find it. Oh, she's nice, she's nice. Oh, I don't like that one, swipe left.
Yeah. it's just a bit upsetting.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like... But and then, like I said, I downloaded it and then deleted it. I downloaded it and thought better of it. I was just like, oh yeah, fuck it. Everyone's going on about a nice way to meet girls. Like, it's hard to meet people nowadays if you're not in uni or not in school. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You work with a small group of people. It's because we don't live naturally.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, like, the connotations are like, that was something like old people who were past it did. Back in the day. Do you remember that when we was kids? Like, are you using an online dating app, kid? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up.
No. That's when it kind of came out in, like... It came out just, like, the internet.
Came out in, like, the 70s.
Yeah, something like that.
Because there's no... Only Fools has it. There's another reference to it, and Only Fools and Horses. That's one of my favourites. That's one of the TV shows I do watch.
Black Mirror, I think it was in an episode.
Black Mirror. Yeah. Black Mirror's mad.
Black Mirror's dope.
I haven't seen all of it. I'm in the first series where he fucks the pig, like...
Yeah. But it's true, though. If that was to happen... We have no defense.
Well, have you heard of the Riot Club and all that? Like, they did like the what's the club called? The club at Eton that all the prime ministers and that David Cameron was part of. They're part of that. They have to put their, like, fuck a pig's head. That's part of the initiation. Like, it's not random.
Oh shit!
And that's like that's like fact. Like, I'm not chatting. That's not like a exaggeration. Like, one of the initial. What's the club called? Not Burlingtons. It's something like that. It's some posh word, but you can research it. I think it was at Eton and probably at Harrow. Like, they have those clubs, and like it's like the poshest of the posh, like the future Conservative leaders essentially. Like, Boris Johnson and David Cameron were both in this club, and it's a real club. And they used to go out and they'd like get hookers to these like ridiculously expensive restaurants, like do like loads of cocaine, like ridiculously just extravagant shit for the sake of being extravagant. They'd trash restaurants and then say, well, here's 50 grand cash, deal with it. It's fine, like leaving prostitutes like not dead in restaurants. That might be. Maybe that's an example. But like leaving like placed in bad states. Yeah. Leaving prostitutes like ill, not treating them right. Like, what was it? Burlingtons. I don't know why I'm saying Burlingtons. That might not be the wrong word. Check it. If you can. The book, the play was. I can't remember if the play was The Riot Club and the book was something else, or the film was The Riot Club and the book was something else. If you type in The Riot Club, it will come up. But either way, they were both in this club, and I'm pretty sure part of the initiation's like fucking a dead pig's skull or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, fuck the heads of dead pigs, but him in a hoodie with a couple of spliffs, deal him, he's the criminal. That's Kate Tempest bar. Yeah, they shag kids and fuck the heads of dead pigs, but him in the hoodie with a couple of spliffs, blame him, he's the criminal. Jail him, he's the criminal. It's the bored of it all generation, the product placement. I mean, Kate Tempest is so sick. Europe is Lost is such a banger. Like that's my favourite fucking song. That one of them, you know.
Second World War by Scottish Unionists. MP